They're really narrow. There's a guy down there bicycling, like a guy who's clearly like a bicycle tourist. Right? He's got his helmet, his whole rig. I'm like, there's no shoulder. The lane isn't wide enough for 2 cars, and there's two-way traffic, right? Like, you're going to die. You're going to be like one of these street dogs.
You can only be an idealist so much. At some point,
you have to adapt, man. So that was all interesting. But I heard that while I was gone, you all got some really good updates and changes to concepts and structure. So what I told Justin is clearly what I need to do is teach the first part of the class. I need to go on vacation. He needs to take a couple weeks and get everything pivoted around. Then I'll come back for the finish. You know.
I can break everything. I can fix everything.
Hey, I found. I know you don't like free, but I found a cool free. It's freemium model.
Yeah.
Marketing automation software.
What's marketing automation?
Leadsius.
Okay. Check it out.
Leadsius.
Hey man, I'm willing to try anything.
Well, they charge for it, but up to 20, like MailChimp, 2,500, which for marketing automation that has all the features built in. That's where you can.
2,500. So it's email marketing.
But it's marketing automation, so you can say, if they go to this website and subscribe, they'll get sent this, and then if they click on it, they'll get sent.
So it's like Infusionsoft.
Yeah, exactly.
For HubSpot, but it's free.
But it's cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
A lot
free.
Yeah.
But is it cheaper once you start paying?
Only up to 25%.
Because it gets really expensive.
It has to be, because Infusionsoft is really expensive. So.
Aren't you the one that sent me the HubSpot?
Yes.
90% thing?
Yeah, that's a pretty cool deal.
I didn't make
I sent
coffee.
it to
I plugged in the coffee maker, but we didn't have creamer. So then I went and got
I'll
coffee.
tell you how much this program is.
We have creamer.
Yeah.
Do you recommend HubSpot? Adam, do you recommend HubSpot?
No? Okay.
I know some people use HubSpot. It's expensive. For what they do, the process seems to work. But if you're not like an agency or something like that, I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. And I really don't like the marketing techniques when they were trying to recruit me.
Yeah.
I just thought that they were obnoxious as shit.
This is the one, this is the one I'm playing with right now, and it's Leadsius, so it's free up to 2,500 contacts. It goes up to 300 a month when you get past 2,500. But the big thing with marketing automation is like you're going to spend a few months, unless you got a ton of time to dedicate it to it, figuring out your workflow anyway.
Yeah.
What do they talk about with contacts? Like, what do they need? Do they need email addresses? Like, how do you 2,500 what?
So when somebody fills something out and through your whatever, that's they get entered into the system as it doubles as a CRM.
Okay, so it's not your current contacts that you can manage through that.
Well, you could,
that,
but
I thought we might
if you uploaded 2,500, you wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
You can't have
So- Right, exactly.
I use it. I'm using it right now. It's a great opportunity to kind of just get a little bit of
How many people attended Bernie last night? We getting numbers on that?
Using that to fill your contacts.
Courtney
So
said it
that's a
was
different story then. So I'm 2,500.
5,000 venue.
You could enter, now you could, let's say you had,
It wasn't full.
100 people you met.
People who waited in
6
line.
months that you had emails, you hadn't done anything with it. But
But
they could dump them in there and assign a workflow to them.
Right.
Or you could just start.
Well, and I stopped at selecting.
Because it's not only that I
social
social
I don't currently have this
I really don't want Trump. I don't care how we get there, but Trump is my only plan.
That's really cool.
I would-
All my
yeah,
current
it's
software,
good.
so that would make sense.
That doesn't make me happy.
Especially though it's in
I don't
it.
get Hillary.
It really doesn't mean about.
Hillary
What
has
is it?
perfectly
How do I
reasonable.
get out of there?
Do you set up that like email?
I do, but I have another service in that now. I mean, I used to use vertical response. I loved vertical response. I used it for years, but the company that does my reminder calls, also does newsletters.
You're just a tool.
Tell me someone who doesn't do that and gets
for me as
elected.
well. So, and I'm only paying like the 200 or something.
Barack Obama.
He didn't do for 8 years, so he came in late.
So, and the reminder calls and text messaging, I can text
He's been doing it for
them.
15. Everybody's
Great. Portal for-
So he's been,
They get a text.
he just moved quickly, right?
Yeah, exactly, to remind them of their appointments and all that jazz, and it's a flat fee, because I have so many users, many of
Barack
those
Obama
users
did.
need to pay per
That's okay.
Yeah, that she's in bed on
I
Wall
have
Street, and she is totally in
$30
it. He's in bed on Wall Street. I'm trying to get a break.
$150
Hillary Clinton.
There's only one way to get through that, which
So
is
anyway,
play the
that was
game
a
until
really
you
good
defeat
point.
the game.
Because,
Some of the best Republicans we've ever put on.
But I don't love.
They're Republican. They're Reagan
newsletter
Republicans.
functionality.
There's the last
But they're
Democrat
young and
that
they're
was
developing,
elected
so
office
it's like
that doesn't
keep
fit that mold, which is Jimmy Carter.
MailChimp's free up to
And
2,000.
But he also
Yeah,
did it
I
with-
like MailChimp. I used it at like for the theater.
Which
when
you
I
don't
did
get to do
the
when you
I
lose
was
office all the
helpful,
time.
that's what they use. And so I
Pragmatist
started
about
using
these
that.
things.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
And there's only one thing that matters
Response,
in the
there's
next
a lot to the
election,
table, why you
and
do
that's the Hillary Clinton
lists,
nomination
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that jazz.
Supreme Court
And
justice.
vertical
There's no way
response is cheap
around all the Wall
because
Street
you
stuff. all
per,
the citizens
per,
chatting stuff.
you know,
Without
you don't have to use a subscription.
changing
You
the
can pay
springboard.
to
The
send them
only
a
thing that matters is the next
newsletter.
step.
And it's like.
Good morning.
penny per-
All right, the bag is officially bigger than you are. You might want to get like,
I need a really bad.
you need like Sherpas.
Wow, how did that happen?
But prospecting is a different story.
the
It's not, you know,
Yeah, so with this, you could do like a drip campaign.
right. So for me, like, what's
We do
my
need-
client, what's my workaround to go into, to recognize that they moved from that,
How's your walk?
we're getting my.
It was great. Where were you?
So I really stop getting that.
Oh.
That's always my big challenge is.
Oh, they stop getting stuff that.
Promotional emails,
Right, right. And shift over to
They
like.
shift over to my regular newsletters or whatever, so now they're in this database and they're in that system.
They're no customer.
Customer, they're not a prospect anymore. So that's the part of convert, is how
Yeah.
you mine that to determine that they've already made it into.
Well, and then
the-
these are just really managing names, right? They're not managing, you don't know, like, you couldn't go in there and say, you know, John Smith, and the amount of revenue that that person generated, that's.
That's what I do, right, that's what I do at Thryve. Yeah.
Actually, you can get, I mean, you can't exactly do that, but if I thought about it, you could figure out. a couple of
You do it.
segments first, your customers based on like actions. they
You're gonna be
take,
first starting at 9:30.
But, again, I
But
don't,
not in that software.
I think you could, not based, you can,
I'm waiting for Amir. I told him to be
let's
here at
say
9:30.
you did.
We
wouldn't be
we have
full.
stuff to get done.
That's right, but like, you could send out an email, let's say if you had a client that preferred to be
Yeah, yeah.
notified of their appointment by email, right?
Okay.
And so, so you could track those people that get that email, that click on this link. Now they're another segment, you know, they're,
Right.
whatever you want to do with them, you know that they're active.
At this point, I wouldn't want to, that would be because of,
Are you watching?
spam blockers and all that, I'm not going to introduce another email address into my client's contact list from my company. Because
You're
they already
stopping
have
on
two.
the, you're running up the hill and stopping.
Why three?
Because they have one, so my actual, because the service that I use,
That comes from Mara.
It
Comes from Mara.
No, it comes from underscore there, whatever. I mean, it says Peaceful Spirit, but the actual email address is there because they
I was
can't
just
send
gonna
it
ask
from
you
my
for
email.
lighter notes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if they're managing the unsubscribe list and they're doing all that sort of jazz, so it's, that information is housed in their system. So there's that, so that, those, so the newsletters and their appointment rates are all coming from that email address, they have their appointments and their contact list. And if we send them something direct from the office, non-related, like they come into our website, and they're getting
We just did.
info at Dust Massage email address. So they've already got two email addresses associated with my company.
Learning style.
If I try to introduce a third, they're all gonna go into the go through all that stupid jazz.
Well, as long as the domain is approved, is whitelisted, it doesn't matter what the first name is. Anything at.
Right, but it's not coming from my company. It's coming from